It's that anxiety watch, isn't it? You know, you're going, whoa.
What happened?
Yeah.
It is just brilliant. And there's a brilliant cast as well. Fiona Shaw and Donald Gleeson are also in it. But I suppose the question at the core of it is how far you'd go to protect a loved one. So can you explain where your character finds herself and what she's faced with?
Well, at the beginning of the movie, when you meet my character, you realize that she's lost her partner, she's lost her spouse, and so she's grieving, she's really bereft. She's trying to keep this farm afloat by herself, and so she's under real economic pressure, and her daughter, who she loves very much, is dealing with addiction. So she's in a really tough place, but the daughter is the person she feels the strongest connection to, and she doesn't want to lose her, you know, so she'll do anything. So she has a lot of choices that are, shall we say, morally complicated, but it is all done out of love.
Yeah. Sydney, for you, it's a completely different role from the recent one in the rom-com, Anyone But You. Obviously playing an addict, as you mentioned. What sort of research do you do to go into a role like that? How did you get into it?
So the director, Michael Pierce, and I, when we were talking about Claire, he showed me a YouTube series. And it was this guy who interviewed a bunch of people that lived on Skid Row that were struggling with addiction.
Yeah.
And for hours and hours, I would go through and I'd watch all these videos and I would study different people. And I would pick different things to incorporate into Claire.
Yeah.
And so I used that, and then I also just grew up and had people in my own family that have struggled with addiction.
Yeah.
So I've had a personal experience with it.
Okay. Yeah.
But
Yeah, the character's very well-rounded, you can see.
Of course.
Julianne, there's lots of scenes in the lake.
Yeah.
And apparently you filmed those in...
So when you see us on the surface of the lake or in a boat on the lake, we're in New Jersey, but when you see me underwater, we're in London. We're in Pinewood.
That's an expensive drive.
I know, but it was great. It was a great trip. It was the first time I'd done any tank work. It was really exciting. I got to work with a diver. You don't have a lot of prep. I think I had an afternoon of working with the regulator and going underwater, and then you take your regulator, and then you take it out, and then you act for as long as you can, then you come up for air. But it was exciting. I mean, I was nervous. I'm not sporty, unlike Sydney, who's a very, very sporty person. I'm kind of an indoor person.
I was very jealous of the tank work.
Yeah.
It's also trying to look cool at the same time as doing it. Do you know what I mean? That
She
would be in my head.
did. She was
Thank you.
amazing.
But that's
Thank
what I'm
you.
saying. Yeah.
There's a lot to consider.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And you're also starring in Sirens on Netflix with Kevin Bacon. Helen, we know you are a fan of this film, aren't you?
I was. I'm binging. I'm saving it up.
Are you? Now you can ask all the questions here.
I know. I have been in the green room.
Yeah,
That's right.
Exactly. And Sydney, of course, part of the award-winning series Euphoria, about a group of students kind of navigating life. You're filming series 3. I mean, how much has your own life kind of changed since playing Cassie?
I mean, I've grown up so much. We filmed the pilot like 7 years ago. So it's been such a long journey altogether, and kind of just learning life and getting to experience so much through all these different characters.
Yeah, and just seeing it kind of explode, I guess, just must be incredible.
It's incredible. I mean, it's so special to be a part of a show that has reached so many people.
Yeah, I bet.
We've had a question here for you, Sydney, from Dom.
Okay.
And the question is, he says, I can't wait to see you play boxer Christy Martin in your next film. How do you prepare for a role like that?
It was quite a transformation.
Yeah.
I think that Christy Martin will forever be one of the most special projects that I've ever done.
Yeah.
I got to train. I trained for like 2.5, 3 months before I started filming, and I had boxing training and weight training multiple times a day for hours a day, and I had a nutritionist that would help me put on weight. So I put on like 30 to 35 pounds.
Right.
And yeah, it was incredible. So during the film, I did every single boxing sequence. It was me. I was punching people. I was getting punched in the face. It was really amazing.
I'd be like, go lighter this scene.
Oh, no, you want to keep getting into it. You get so into it. I mean, Christy's story is just so powerful, and I was like, I have to do justice because
Fair.
I cannot wait for everyone to see it.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
oh, she'll have to come back and talk about that more.
Yeah.
Well, Echo Valley is out on Apple TV Plus and select cinemas from this Friday.